Sean, Sav, and Moo here at your service. And today is a very important video. This one of the questions I get so much as a teacher. They're going, hey, you know, what about this elbow position in my backswing or that elbow position in my follow through? We talk about chicken wings and, you know, arm collapses and stuff like that. So yes, the arm motion is extremely important in the golf swing, and we're going to show you what it is that you need to do to keep it healthy, right? Yeah. And there's a lot of preconceived notions out there, and one of them, so you're really going to understand that the width of the arms has a lot to do with your ability to turn in both directions.
Yeah.
So I'll give it. We'll do a little example here with Munashe.
Okay.
Let's say we were boxing, Moo.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're a lefty.
Yeah, I'm a lefty.
Okay. So let's say you wanted to snap a punch here with your left hand. So what went first? Now notice that beautiful extension through my hand. The first thing that happened. Ah, look at that. I think the worms are trying to come up for the water of the sprinklers. It's been so dry. So you've got this beautiful snap, perfect. And look at how that turn occurs. So if you get loaded again, and if I say, don't move your body at all, and try to snap a punch here, that's gonna hurt over here, isn't it?
No, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Right, so you can't get here.
No, I can't move.
So you have a built-in kinetic chain. The first thing the brain's got to do is go get the ground, use the ground to get your body out of the way so you have access here. This is super important for you to understand. And it's the same thing if you're a baseball pitcher or a baseball hitter. So even though Moo grew up playing cricket, if you watch him swing a baseball bat, let's say you're going to hit a baseball out in center field here. So you notice the first thing he had to do, we just did an amazing video on our premium channel where we talk about how those arms get pulled away from the body as the body is readying the ground. And it's like in Hogan, we talk about how the lower body engages in the downswing before the arms have a chance to complete the backswing. And we see that a lot with the players on tour. It's the natural kinetic chain of the body. However, if you were to take the baseball bat again, and you were just going to collapse the arms against your body, and the pitch is coming, and you got to go from there.
I wouldn't be able to engage it properly.
Exactly. So everything's collapsed, and how's your brain ever going to go to the ground and bring that through? So what we need to really understand about the backswing is this lead arm cannot be collapsed. It can be, however, a little bit bent, just like you see in baseball hitters. So they're waiting for the pitch. Go ahead and do that again, Moo. And if you look at what happens during the downswing, we're going to put this in slow motion for you. You'll notice that as he sends the arms out and then as he comes through, the brain understands and knows how to leverage the arm unit, and you see how everything straightens out beautifully, okay?
That's right,
So Sav, come on over. Moo, much appreciated. So when you perform your backswing, one of the things that you'll see that Sav does incredibly well is turn. You'll notice how her whole backside, including her butt, is facing the target, and that lead knee has rotated inwards right here. You see this in Matt Wolff. You see this in Bubba Watson. We've been talking about why Bubba Watson's swing is so good. And now finally we have Matt Wolff coming along and validating all that stuff that we've done. But it just happens to be that Jack Nicklaus did this in his time. Tiger's still chasing his record. That guy was unbelievable. And if you look at Ben Hogan and Sam Snead, they all did this. And Mickey Wright, which Ben Hogan said Mickey Wright is the greatest golf swing he's ever seen. And you know that Mickey Wright, before the age of 34, had won already over 80 events on the LPGA?
That's crazy.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And Kathy Whitworth says, you know, I won more than she did. I won 88 to her 82. But had she continued playing as long as I did, she would have annihilated my record.
Right.
Right? So and if you look at the video we did with Sav and Mickey Wright, you'll notice that Sav is like a mirror image of Mickey Wright's backswing. Okay? So, and that's why you get, so if you, let's say you're going down the line here, do a backswing in front of the camera. So we talk about, and it's pretty funny, I had a comment this morning saying, hey, she's completely disconnected, fail.
Really? Where am I disconnected?
Right? And then he says, and the other guy too, and the old guy too, he was disconnected too. Oh, tell YouTube not to notify me of these videos anymore.
Oh my goodness, somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Well, the thing is, we still are trying to think about, okay, we got to connect the arms because I got this evil arm and this evil shoulder that's going to throw me over the top in the swing. So many of you are protecting that over the top, and you're trying to keep the elbow close to your body.
Don't do that.
Well, yeah. So what happens when you keep the elbow close to the body? You rip the arms out of their arc and you cause the arms to collapse.
Yeah.
For nothing.
Yeah.
Because you're protecting an over the top. Well, over the top is necessary if the ball is your target, but if you perform what we do in Wisdom in Golf and it's dynamic action to a target, over the top can't exist. So back to your backswing. So you got this beautiful width of the arms. You notice how both arms are disconnected, right?
Yeah.
Disconnected. Well, they're still very much connected through the shoulders. It takes a lot to separate a human body, trust me. So we have this beautiful width here, and now what you're going to do is you're going to engage that kinetic chain. You're going to throw the club toward the target. So on the way down, show me that in super slow motion here, Sav. On the way down, look at this. Everything's back connected again. The body knows how to reconnect this so that it can brace for impact. So the arms actually move away from the body for width, and then when you engage the kinetic chain, they come back to the body, and then they move away from the body again in that follow through. So for Sav, you'll notice she has a beautiful extension of that trail arm only because she's got an amazing width in her stance. Many of you, like Menashe, you'll see his backswing has a tendency to have a little bit of bend in that trail elbow. And that's perfectly fine. I mean, look at the physical makeup of Menashe versus Sav and versus me. So you got this trapped, you got big chest, big arms. This is the extension they have. And then on the downswing, they regain their extension. You'll see most of the best players on tour, the ones that have a little bit of bend in the backswing, always end up having a beautiful extension and on the way through. And even if both elbows are slightly bent through impact, like if you look at Lee Westwood, you'll see a wonderful delivery in the direction of the target. So what it's about is width and being able to engage the kinetic chain. So if you go back, face the camera, and go to the top of your backswing again. Now let the arms collapse completely. Try to swing to the target from there. Crazy, isn't it?
That's impossible.
So we don't want that.
No.
And also, if you go ahead and do the backswing again, stop at the top, we don't want, see if you were to connect the armpit here. You see what just happened to the arc of her swing? It just folded, it collapsed like a lawn chair.
Yeah.
So now, how are you supposed to move in this direction with your arms all stuck behind you?
You can't.
So one of the drills that we use is called Perpetual Motion drill. So if you swing the club back and through without stopping, we got a wonderful series going on right now in our premium channel. Notice how the whole body is moving out of the way in both directions. So here's a really easy drill for you guys to understand. Sal, grab these two golf balls. So you're going to get in your golf position. You're going to toss the ball from your right hand under the tripod of the camera there, and you're going to toss the ball from your left hand to me. Where are you facing?
You.
Right?
Yeah.
So try to do that without turning the body now. Get in your posture, don't turn the body, toss it. Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
So you would never do this, right? So why would you hold on to the lower body? Immediately your arms are going to collapse into your body and wrap themselves around you.
Yeah.
The arms are not designed to, the arms are designed to move up and down this way. They're not designed to hit you.
Yeah.
So what you just did there in a golf swing is you hit yourself twice.
Yeah.
So you get sore, your shots go crooked, you don't have any power, so
And then you have no fun.
no fun. Golf
No
sucks
fun.
when that happens.
Yeah.
Okay? Appreciate that. I'll bring it home.
Sounds good.
So bottom line is, see how I've got a turn in my backswing. Do like Matt Wolf, do like Bubba Watson, Jack Nicklaus. Allow that lead knee to come in behind the ball. Allow that lead heel to come off the ground. You feel like your whole backside is turned toward the target. Now from here, it feels like I could whip the snot out of that club in that direction. So the movement in both directions, and you can test it right now, just hold your arm out to your side and let it fall. So you notice you have 360 degrees worth of range of motion in this arm, useless if the body's in the way. So you let the arms fall, hang in front of you, bring the arm up and let it fall in front of you. So notice if I let it fall in front of me, the upper arm is still hitting the rib cage, and if I don't move out of the way, I can't go to my target. Fortunately for all of us, we have a built-in self-preservation system. If you take a stone and you want to skip it on water, you'll notice the first thing the brain has to do is go get the ground. Use the ground to get the body out of the way. So you saw with Moo when he was snapping a punch, the first thing that went down was his foot. So there, and then the body gets out of the way. Well, this happens in both directions. You want that in the backswing, so let the arm, the left arm falls into the backswing. Don't let it hit you. Right arm falls into the follow through. Don't let it hit you. It falls, it falls. Let it out of the way, out of the way. So now when you perform that beautiful toss in both directions, one for you, one for you. In the golf swing, now I can cut my grass in both directions. Out of the way, out of the way. Now I've got this beautiful width in both directions that's really going to be extremely accurate and extremely powerful. So notice at the top of my backswing here, how both arms are in front of me, how my elbows are close together. If I were not to turn my body in the backswing, see what happens? Now I get collapsed. So we don't want collapse, we want width. And if that nice maximum width just happens to have a little bit of bend in that lead elbow, it's fine. But if it's collapsed, you'll feel like you got no place to go, okay? Enjoy that information, and we'll see you next week. All the best.